This historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Seahawks and the Desperados, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions. Everyone, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me as always, Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
It has been a tumultuous 2 weeks, but it is finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 62.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
How about the defense there trying to set the tone of the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. It's caught by Jackson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Seahawks send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies. And and just kind of kicking the nose of the football, they're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
And, Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense looking to really cement his name among the legends of all time by winning a 4th Super Bowl title.
And to me, partner, you just have to marvel at the way he brings his teams back to the Super Bowl time and time again. If he can win this 4th title, what a capper that would be to a brilliant career. Reputation as a big game coach, absolutely cemented with a victory in this one.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3 and out on their opening drive. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. Second and 5. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first ever catch in a Super Bowl, a nice moment, and also a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Leonard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
He will push his way down to about the 14. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. On second down, a run with Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Looking to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment. It's a 3-point game here early. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we are ready to return to Super Bowl 62 action. Start of the second quarter. Here we go. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 3rd and goal, a big play in the Super Bowl. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. In the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line him now on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
He'll drop to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first ever catch in a Super Bowl, a nice moment, and also a 1st down.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 6. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. That's his first catch in his Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Houston set to take over. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And a tackle going to be made at the 38.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl.
They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
It's still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Back to throw again.
That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Jackson. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Leonard. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So he's been a busy man here in his first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, on the other side, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Back to throw now on first down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, so that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Desperados take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's the option going left on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 8 on the keeper. They had a first down. Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. They'll look to throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So out comes the field goal team once more. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
It's been a fun one through 3. It always is. The final quarter of Super Bowl 62 is coming your way next.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Back to finish off the big one, the Super Bowl 62, as we get you set for the 4th and final quarter. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He'll drop to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 2nd and 5.
Right side caught by Jackson.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. It's Jackson again on the reception. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Straight ahead is Hall. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got it. Caught him in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jamar Chase from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Leonard. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 33. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Leonard. And